Hey guys, this is Shiv Shankar welcoming you on my YouTube channel Study with the Master. Here I am going to teach you a short story about God's work. This is the short story which I am going to teach you, and this story is very nice story. This is a story about a man whose name was Rohit. But before starting the story, let me tell you why it is important to learn stories of English language. Because through this process, you can learn how to speak English language. You can get information about the story, and bilingually I will teach you how the meaning of that story is also in Hindi. So dear, stay with me and learn the story so that in future you can become a master of English language and you can speak English language very easily. So dear, with these words I am going to tell you the story. The story is starting from here. कहानी यहाँ शुरू हो रही है. Rohit was traveling from one place, one city to another. Rohit was traveling from one city to another. Rohit was traveling from one city to another. रोहित एक शहर से दूसरे शहर यात्रा कर रहा था. रोहित was traveling from one city to another. रोहित एक शहर से दूसरे शहर की यात्रा कर रहा था. But लेकिन he missed his morning train. वो अपनी सुबह की ट्रेन खो दिया या छोड़ दिया या छूट गई ट्रेन. सो while waiting, अतः इंतजार करते समय, he thought of having breakfast. वह सोचा कि सुबह का नाश्ता कर लें. He went out of station. वह स्टेशन के बाहर गया and started walking towards a nearby hotel to eat. और नजदीक के होटल के पास जाने लगा, उसके करीब जाने लगा, उसकी तरफ जाने लगा टू ईट, खाने के लिए. ऑन हिज वे, अपने रास्ते में, ही सा, उसने देखा टू किड्स, दो बच्चों को, सिटिंग ऑन साइडवॉक, साइडवॉक किनारे के सड़क के किनारे, सिटिंग बैठे हुए. देयर कंडीशन वाज नॉट लुकिंग गुड, उनकी स्थिति अच्छी नहीं दिख रही थी. एंड बाय लुक, और देख करके, ऑन लुक ऑन, और देख करके, देयर फेस, उनका चेहरा, ही कुड गेस, वो अनुमान लगा सका, दैट की दे वर वेरी हंग्री, वे बहुत भूखे थे. ही फेल्ट बैड फॉर देम, वो उनके लिए खेद महसूस किया. एंड गिव देम 10 रुपीज एंड लेफ्ट, और 10 रुपये उन्हें दिया और वहां से चल दिया. आफ्टर दिस, इसके बाद, एज ही वॉज वॉकिंग, जैसे ही वो चल रहा था, टूवर्ड्स होटल, होटल के करीब या होटल की तरफ, ही थॉट, उसने सोचा, टू हिमसेल्फ, स्वयं, हाउ स्टूपिड ऑफ मी, मैं कितना मूर्ख हूँ. आई गेव देम जस्ट 10 रुपीज, मैंने उन्हें केवल 10 रुपए दिए. व्हाट कैन दे बाई टू ईट विद इट, वे इनसे क्या खा सकते हैं. व्हेन आई कांट इवन गेट अ कप ऑफ टी विद 10 रुपीज, जब मैं एक कप चाय भी नहीं उससे प्राप्त कर सकता हूँ 10 रुपए से. ही फील्स एसेंड, वह शर्मिंदगी महसूस किया, ऑफ हिमसेल्फ, स्वयं से. एंड वेंट बैक, और वापस गया, टू दोज किड्स, उन बच्चों के पास. ही आस्क्ड देम, वो उनसे पूछा, इफ दे वुड लाइक टू ईट एट होटल विद हिम, क्या वे उसके साथ एक होटल में खाना खाना चाहेंगे. किड्स वर कंफ्यूज्ड, बच्चे कंफ्यूज थे, सशंकित थे. एंड लुक्ड एट ईच अदर, और एक दूसरे को देख रहे थे. देखे, एज दे वे वर वेरी हंग्री, जैसा कि वे बहुत भूखे थे. दे एक्सेप्टेड हिज ऑफर, उन्होंने उसके ऑफर को स्वीकार कर लिया. व्हेन किड्स वर एट द होटल, जब बच्चे होटल में थे, होटेलियर स्टॉप देम, होटेलियर, होटल का मालिक ने, स्टॉप देम, उन्हें रोका. फ्रॉम एंटरिंग एज दे वर क्लोथ्स, देयर क्लोथ्स वर टू डर्टी एंड टॉर्न. फ्रॉम एंटरिंग, अंदर प्रवेश करने से रोका होटल के मालिक ने. एज, जैसा कि, देयर क्लोथ्स, उनके कपड़े, वर टू डर्टी, बहुत गंदे थे, एंड टॉर्न, और फटे हुए थे. सीइंग दिस, यह देख करके, रोहित वेंट टू हिम, रोहित उसके पास गया. एंड आस्क्ड हिम टू अलाउ दोज किड्स, और उनसे कहा कि उन बच्चों को अलाउ करें, आज्ञा दें, टू एंटर, प्रवेश करने के लिए, एज दे वर विद हिम, जैसा कि वे उसके साथ थे, एंड ही इज गोइंग टू पे फॉर देयर फूड, और वह उनके भोजन के पैसे देने जा रहा है। सीइंग दिस, यह देख करके होटेलियर अंडरस्टूड होल सिचुएशन, होटल के मालिक ने पूरी स्थिति समझ लिया, होल सिचुएशन पूरी स्थिति समझ लिया, एंड फेल्ट एसेंड, और खेद महसूस किया और शर्मिंदगी महसूस किया, एट हिज एक्ट, अपने कार्य पर, ऑफ स्टॉपिंग दोज किड्स, उन बच्चों को रोकने के, फ्रॉम एंटरिंग, अंदर प्रवेश करने से। सो दिस इज द हाफ स्टोरी वी हैव स्टडीड, विच आई एम गोइंग टू scroll once again and go back in this story so that I can take them up. So here, from here I miss teach you. The remaining story is from here. And after getting permission of the kids, stopping those kids from entering, उनको प्रवेश करने से रोकने से होटेलियर ने खेद महसूस किया। Then what happened? We will study that. So let me tell you. They got inside, वे अंदर प्रवेश किए, and got seated comfortably, और आराम से बैठ गए, सीट पा लिए। आफ्टर दिस, इसके बाद, रोहित आस्क्ड किड्स, रोहित ने किड्स बच्चों से कहा, व्हाट डू यू वांट टू ईट, तुम क्या खाना चाहते हो? किड्स केप्ट साइलेंट, बच्चे शांत रहे। रोहित ऑर्डर्ड फूड, रोहित ने भोजन का आदेश दिया। As soon as food came, जो ही भोजन आया, he saw a smile on face of boys, वो बच्चों के चेहरे पर स्माइल, मुस्कुराहट महसूस किया, देखा, and felt happy, और प्रसन्न महसूस किया, सॉरी प्रसन्नता महसूस किया। When the children started eating, जब बच्चे खाने लगे, the happiness of their face was somewhat different, उनके चेहरे की प्रसन्नता was somewhat different, कुछ अलग सी थी। After having food, भोजन करने के बाद, they returned back, वे वापस चले गए। Before leaving Rohit, रोहित को छोड़ने से पहले, handed them some more money, before leaving, छोड़ने से पहले रोहित handed them some money, रोहित ने उनको कुछ पैसे दिए, more money, कुछ और पैसे, and asked them, और उनसे कहा, to buy some clothes, कि वे कुछ कपड़े खरीद लें। Whole incident was over, पूरी घटना समाप्त हो गई। रोहित was back to his normal routine, रोहित अपने नियमित रूटीन में वापस आ गया, बट लेकिन even after many days, कई दिनों के बाद भी, he could not stop thinking about those boys, वो उन बच्चों के बारे में सोचना नहीं रोक सका, and felt bad, और खेद महसूस किया for them, उनके लिए। One day while visiting temple, एक दिन मंदिर जाते वक्त, he said, उसने कहा, God, ईश्वर, where are you, तुम कहाँ हो, या आप कहाँ हो? How can you sit quietly, आप इतनी शांति से क्यों बैठे रह सकते हैं? When, जब, there are children like them, उनके जैसे बच्चे हैं, who are suffering from hunger, जो भूख से तड़प रहे हैं। Just in next moment, ठीक उसी क्षण, a thought struck his mind, उसके दिमाग में एक विचार आया। Who had been providing food for them until now, अब तक उनको कौन भोजन खिला रहा था? What I did for those boys, मैंने उन बच्चों के लिए क्या किया? Could I have done what that with my own thinking, क्या मैंने उनके साथ ऐसा अपनी सोच से किया था? At that moment, उस क्षण, he realized and understood, वो महसूस किया और समझ गया, that कि even we don't, it is just a part of God's plan. That understood that, वो समझ लिया कि ever we do, जब कभी भी हम करते हैं, is just a part of God's plan, ये सब होता है ईश्वर के योजना के का एक भाग है। Wherever we help, जहाँ कहीं हम मदद करते हैं, someone किसी की, it is because God find us worthy to help someone, ये ऐसा इसलिए होता है क्योंकि ईश्वर हमें उनके लिए योग्य पाता है, टू हेल्प समवन, किसी की मदद करने के लिए। ही सेंड अस, वो हमें भेज देता है, टू हेल्प दैट पर्सन, उस आदमी की मदद करने के लिए। सो वंस अगेन आई हैव टू स्क्रॉल इट, go back and see the story. So let me do that. Go back and let the story up. The remaining story is here. I have done that with my own thinking. वैसा मैंने अपने उससे नहीं किया था. At that moment he realized, I have read this story. God find us worthy. ईश्वर हमें योग्य पाते हैं to help someone, किसी की मदद करने के लिए. He send us to help that person. वे हमें भेजते हैं उस व्यक्ति की हेल्प करने के लिए. The moral of the story is that refusing to help someone, किसी की मदद करना का मना करना, is like refusing work of God. वह ऐसा ही है जैसे ईश्वर की मदद करना बंद कर दे रहे हैं. If you see, यदि आप देखते हो, someone, किसी को, in need, आवश्यकता में, यदि आप किसी को आवश्यकता में देखते हो, आप हेल्प, जरूरत की, and you can help that person, आप उस व्यक्ति की को आप मदद कर सकते हो, according to your capability, अपनी क्षमता के अनुसार, as no help is small for person who needs it. as, जैसा कि no help, न मदद करना, इज स्मॉल फॉर पर्सन, व्यक्ति के लिए छोटा है, who needs it, जो जिसको इसकी आवश्यकता है. सो इन दिस वे आई हैव टॉट यू स्टोरी. स्टोरी वाज वेरी सिंपल, with simple words you can get very information about every sentences with simple words. So all the simple words were used in this story, so you can remember this story forever, and you can tell this story to your brothers, sisters and teachers, and with every groups you can talk with about this story, and you can share this story with your friends, like talking with them on phone and mobiles, and you can catch your potential of doing something great, of memorizing some sentences, so that in future you can represent yourself as a good speaker of English language. So dear, I'm telling you that this is the story which I was teaching you for speaking English language. You can do that. Just repeat the story in front of your brothers, sisters, without using any Hindi words. And you can do that. If you can do that, then you can do something great in your life, dear. You can become the master of English language. You can remove your hesitation from yourself, and you can do something great in your life. So, dear, I'm telling you the story. The story is starting from here. Once upon a time, Rohit was a man who was very fond of traveling. He was traveling from one city to another city and getting information about cities very easily. So that was a kind of fondness of that person to travel from one city to other city. One morning when he was traveling from one city, he missed his train, and he went in the waiting hall to wait for the next day train. So while waiting there, he felt that he is hungry and he should take his breakfast. So he came out from the station and started to go towards the hotel of that region, outside of that railway station. When he was going there, while going, he saw that two boys are sitting beside the sidewalk, and they were in very bad condition. They were looking so hungry. So seeing them and taking pity on their condition, he gave them 10 rupees to eat and moved from there towards the hotel. When he was going towards the hotel, he thought that whatever help I did them, that is so small help. They can't, when I can't even buy a cup of tea with 10 rupees, then what they can eat with that 10 rupees. So he returned back and went, so sorry, I used mistake here. Return back is incorrect use of English language, because return is already means come back. So we don't use back word with them. So remember that. So dear, when he thought that, when he thought that that money is not sufficient for them to buy something big to eat to quench their hunger, so he went back and he told them to come with him to the hotel so that they can eat the food. The boys were very confused, but they decided to come with him to the hotel, and they went there. When they were entering the hotel, the hotelier of that hotel stopped them from entering because they were in dirty clothes and they were with torn clothes. So seeing that, Rohit went to the hotelier and told him about those boys, that they are with me and I will pay the money of their food. So please let them come inside the hotel. So seeing that, the hotelier ascended himself and he let give support or give permission to that those boys to enter the hotel. They entered the hotel and they was got they got the seat to eat the food. And when they were sitting on seat and waiting for the food, and in the meantime, Rohit asked the boys what they will eat, but they were just watching each other and saying nothing. The boys were just watching each other and saying nothing. Seeing this, Rohit asked the waiter to bring food for them, and when the food came, a good smile ran on their face, and seeing that, Rohit was very satisfied with his helping nature, and he was very happy seeing that they are very happy. The boys are very happy. Seeing them happy, he was also very happy. When they were eating the food, there was a good smile on their face, which can tell someone that how much they are happy today seeing that kind of food. So after eating food, they decided to leave that place. The boys decided to leave that place, but before leaving, Rohit gave them some money and told them to buy some clothes so that they can wear some new clothes to show themselves in a better condition. So after that, he left that place, and Rohit came in his routine work. He started to do his work, but after many days, he even remembered that story about those two boys and helping that. So one day when he was going to the temple of of God, and when he was going there, he thought that God, where are you? Actually, why you are not helping these people? Those are not able to eat their food of two-time meals, and they are unable to get two-time meals. Why you are not helping them? At the same time, this idea struck in his mind that when I helped those boys on that day, who was helping those boys on other days? I helped just them for one day. So from this beginning till then, who was taking care of that? So he thought that that must be God who was helping them. So at that moment, he was very satisfied with the existence of God, and he thought that God must exist in this whole world, who is taking care of his sons and daughters very carefully. So in this way, I have told you the story. What is the moral of this story? The moral of this story is that everything in this whole world is happening under the grace of God. What is happening in this whole world, we are just the part of that, and everything are done by us in the way which should be done. That is on the grace or advice of the God from heaven. So this in this way, I have told you the story, and you should also read the story like this in front of your brothers, sisters, and teachers, and do something great so that you can speak English language there, because this is the importance of present era. If you want to grow in your life in a better way, then you should know how to speak English language, because English is a very important language around the world, and which can make you global. You can understand everybody around the world while speaking something just after knowing this language, because every word around the world and every great personality around the world is speaking this language, and you can understand that speeches in through your own understanding, not by translation method. So here I'm telling you the truth, which is actually present in our country, that just 10% Indians can speak English language. Remaining other people are unable from that. If we can change this situation by making our more people to speak the English language, so they can earn good amount of money from internet and from other social media by working from their house, and they can do some global work around the world. So dear, with these words I'm going to end my video. Thank you very much for giving your support. Please keep on watching, and please do comment and like, share and subscribe my video. Thank you very much.